had no idea those things have been said about me. But I think it just goes to show that as far as faculty who are willing to invest in students, we have an embarrassment of riches here. My name is Beth Downey, as you heard, Sawatzky. I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, along with minors in music and biblical and theological studies. And I think the common thread that sort of weaves those three things together, English, music, especially for a singer like me, and Christian studies, is that students of each discipline are, one way or another, curators of story. Authors and literary scholars, for the most part, are curators of human stories, tales of life and experience, success and failure, fear and love. But humans are complicated beings, and our stories inevitably implicate us in considerations of broader things than what of our experience is strictly tangible. We're implicated in a lot of questions. Questions about the nature of being, about life, death, the places in between. We write poetry. We set it to music. We find ways to enliven our language through rhyme, rhythm, meter, melody, so that we can sing our stories into the very bones of others. And the braver we grow, dragging up stories from deeper and deeper inside ourselves, daring to tell the most dangerous ones, allowing our questions to populate our narratives, daring to hope for a truer, deeper resonance in our listeners. The more we do this, the closer we inevitably get to God. Or at least I do. And since this afternoon is all about gratitude, let me say that if I had to pick one thing about my CMU experience that I am most grateful for, it would be the freedom and the encouragement that I have experienced here to dig into why that is. Why is it that I find more and more I cannot write about God without dragging in Charles Dickens or Charlotte Bronte or Cormac McCarthy? Why is it that I can't write about literature without writing about God? In 1993, the year I was born, shock, gasp. In the year 1993, David Foster Wallace wrote an essay called E Unibus Pluram, in which he suggested that after the iconoclastic literary rebels of the modernist and postmodernist age, the next really original thing might be something like faith. The new mavericks, Wallace posited, and I'm condensing a very large passage here, the new literary rebels would be something like a weird bunch of anti-rebels, born oglers who dare somehow to back away from ironic watching, who have the childish gall actually to endorse and instantiate single entendre principles, who treat of plain old untrendy human troubles and emotions with reverence and conviction, who eschew self-consciousness and hip fatigue, are willing to risk the cool smile, the nudged ribs, the parody of gifted ironists, accusations of sentimentality, over-credulity, who demonstrate a willingness to be suckered by a world of lurkers and starers. That quote has stayed with me since the first time I heard it. It comes back to me again and again in a haunting way that I've come to feel is important. I hope that 5, 10, 50 years from now, I will be able to say that CMU made me exactly this kind of literary rebel, the kind that treats of plain old untrendy human emotions and troubles with reverence and conviction. I hope that I will be able to say I took the people that make this place what it is up on their challenge, because they have challenged me. My professors, my classmates, other staff and faculty have challenged me by being themselves the sorts of people to endorse and instantiate single entendre principles. They put their first energies into cultivating an institutional culture of kindness rather than one of prestige or competition. 2 years ago, I had the privilege of taking a 20th century drama course with Dr. Sue Sorensen, who is here today, and I've never read plays the same way. You have no idea how many different ways the word no can be said. One of the best plays I ever read after that course, and I read it differently because of it, was Mary Chase's Harvey of 1944. It was made into a film in 1950 wherein the main character, Elwood P. Dowd, was immortalized by Jimmy Stewart. And in this play, Mr. Dowd says the following: "Years ago, my mother used to say to me, she'd say, 'Elwood, in this world, Elwood,' and she always called me Elwood, 'in this world you must be oh so smart or oh so pleasant.' Well, for years, I tried to be smart. I recommend pleasant." Now, as delightful as this line is, I have to say I think it sets up a false dichotomy. But it does get its priorities straight. Kindness above all. If I have learned anything at CMU that will stay with me no matter what the future holds, it is that if we as Christians truly believe what we claim to believe, we can always afford to be kind. As a matter of fact, we cannot afford not to be. We cannot afford to lose ourselves in ourselves. Kindness, Christian charity, outdated words. These are of the utmost importance. The stakes of life revolve around the challenge of kindness, which is to say, the challenge of courage. And so this afternoon, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, and I would like to thank every last person from CMU who has put this challenge to me, to be a rebel. I hope that whatever I become, professor, priest, mother, all or none of the above, I hope whatever I become, that I will be rebelliously kind, that I will be as courageous as my mentors of the last 5 years have been, and it is my deepest prayer for all of you, my friends, that you will be too. Thank you. God bless you.